The enigma of Gemini. There's something undeniably magnetic about Gemini. It's not just their quick wit, their humor, or their intelligence. It's an essence, a vibration that fills the room long before they even speak. When a Gemini walks in, it's as if the air shifts, alive with an energy that no one can quite define. People look up, drawn not by sound but by frequency. Gemini doesn't demand attention, they attract it. Like a constellation burning twice as bright, they shimmer in ways others can't quite replicate. They are a paradox, light and shadow, laughter and silence, intellect and chaos, all existing at once. That's what makes them rare. In a world that craves simplicity, Gemini embodies complexity. They are the storm and the calm, the spark and the silence after thunder. They are the mind that never sleeps and the soul that never stops searching. To understand them fully is to step into the labyrinth of duality, and most people never make it out. Gemini lives between worlds, one foot in logic, the other in wonder. They speak in riddles that sound like truth and tell truths that feel like riddles. There's an intangible quality to them, a rhythm that defies definition. They are the kind of people who make you question what normal even means. You don't meet a Gemini, you experience them, and once you do, it's hard to forget. What makes Gemini so rare? It's not just their intelligence or charm, it's the way they live life. They see the invisible, feel the unsaid, and chase meaning in a world too afraid to ask questions. They are not born to follow patterns, they are born to break them. Now let's uncover what truly makes this sign stand apart, the rare, brilliant, and untamed nature that defines the Gemini soul. Reason 1. The restless mind. Gemini's mind is not a quiet place. It's an ever-expanding galaxy of ideas, thoughts, and visions. They are thinkers who don't just analyze the world, they reimagine it. Every experience becomes a concept, every conversation a spark. They are born with the kind of curiosity that never fades, the kind that makes others exhausted just watching. Where others see answers, Gemini sees new questions. They don't just want to know what is, they want to understand why it is, how it became, and what could be next. This hunger for understanding makes them rare. It gives them the power to evolve faster than most people even realize change is happening. To be inside a Gemini's mind is to witness a storm of brilliance, chaotic, electric, and endlessly creative. Reason 2. The dual nature of the soul. They are two in one, two energies, two truths, two hearts beating within a single body. Gemini is the embodiment of duality, logic and emotion, dreamer and realist, introvert and extrovert. This duality often confuses people who crave consistency, but it's exactly what makes Gemini so rare. They are both the mirror and the mystery. They can adapt to any situation, understand any side of an argument, and see every shade of gray between black and white. It's not indecision, it's expansion. Gemini doesn't limit themselves to one way of being, because life, to them, is too vast to be lived in one dimension. They are living proof that contradiction can be beautiful. Reason 3. The language of connection. If words were music, Gemini would be a symphony. Their voice, whether spoken or written, has a rhythm that draws people in. They have a way of making you feel like you're the only person in the room, like your thoughts are being translated through their words. They communicate not just with speech, but with energy. Their tone, their timing, the sparkle in their eyes, it all becomes part of a language that transcends conversation. They can talk about anything and make it sound fascinating. They can teach, inspire, or challenge without making it feel forced. And when they listen, they truly hear. They read silence as easily as they read poetry. That's what makes their connection so powerful, so rare. Gemini doesn't just talk to you, they connect with you. Reason 4. Fearless curiosity. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the messenger of the gods, and it shows. They crave discovery. They're not afraid to wander into the unknown, to explore new ideas, cultures, philosophies, and even their own contradictions. They are explorers of the mind and adventurers of the soul. And though curiosity often leads them to chaos, it also brings enlightenment. They collect experiences like treasures, blending them into wisdom that others seek but rarely find. What makes Gemini rare isn't just curiosity. It's fearless curiosity. They don't fear change. They invite it. They aren't afraid of being wrong. They are afraid of not learning. Reason 5. The spark of humor and light. In a world that often takes itself too seriously, Gemini brings light. Their humor isn't just about laughter, it's about perspective. They can find joy in irony, lessons in chaos, and beauty in imperfection. Their laughter has healing power. It's the kind that breaks tension, melts sadness, and reminds everyone that life, despite its weight, can still be light. People envy that, because Gemini's laughter doesn't come from ignorance. It comes from understanding. They've seen the darkness, but they choose light. That's not naivety. That's courage. Reason 6. The unseen strength. Gemini is often underestimated. People mistake their playfulness for weakness, their adaptability for instability, their openness for fragility. But what they fail to see is the quiet strength beneath it all. Gemini bends, but never breaks. They adapt, recover, and rebuild faster than most people can process what went wrong. Behind every smile is resilience. Behind every quick response is awareness. Behind every "it's fine" is a mind already creating a plan to rise again. Gemini's rare gift is the ability to turn every fall into flight. Reason 7. Emotional intelligence. Gemini's heart is as sharp as their mind. They understand emotion not as something to suppress, but as something to translate. They can sense when someone's energy changes, when words don't match feelings, when silence speaks louder than noise. This empathy gives them a subtle power, the power to comfort, to guide, to connect on a level most people can't reach. They don't manipulate feelings, they understand them. That's why people open up to Gemini so easily, because being around them feels like being seen without judgment. That's rare, because in a world obsessed with talking, Gemini has mastered the art of feeling. Reason 8. Creative genius. Creativity flows through Gemini like electricity. Whether it's art, music, writing, conversation, or invention, they see patterns others miss. Their ideas move fast, unpredictable, yet always purposeful. They don't create for attention. They create because they must. It's how they process life. Every emotion becomes inspiration, every thought a potential masterpiece. Gemini's creativity doesn't just entertain, it transforms. They have the power to turn chaos into poetry, confusion into innovation, and pain into beauty. And that, more than anything, makes them unforgettable. Reason 9. Freedom and individuality. Gemini doesn't belong to anyone. Not to systems, not to expectations, not even to their own past selves. Their freedom is sacred. They need space to evolve, to reinvent, to breathe. You can't cage a Gemini. They'll always find the open sky. They are constantly rewriting their story, constantly outgrowing who they were yesterday. People envy that freedom, because Gemini dares to be what most people are too afraid to become, completely themselves. Reason 10. Living between worlds. Gemini lives in the in-between, between logic and emotion, heaven and earth, past and future. They see the invisible connections between things, the threads that others overlook. They are translators of the universe, turning thought into word, energy into movement, chaos into meaning. That's their magic, the ability to find order in disorder and beauty in contradiction. They remind us that truth isn't fixed, it's fluid, like them. Gemini is not bound by the limits of one world because they belong to many. That's what makes them not just rare, but otherworldly. The Gemini paradox. So why is Gemini so rare? Because they live where others only dream. They think with the speed of lightning, feel with the depth of oceans, and speak with the precision of poetry. They are the thinkers who laugh, the lovers who question, the dreamers who act. Their rarity lies not in perfection, but in authentic complexity. Gemini reminds us that it's okay to be more than one thing. It's okay to evolve, to contradict, to change your mind, and still be true to yourself. They are the bridge between mind and spirit, the reminder that duality is not confusion, it's wholeness. So next time you meet a Gemini, don't try to define them. Just watch. Watch how they move through life like a melody you can't get out of your head. Mysterious, beautiful, impossible to forget. Because Gemini isn't just a sign, it's a phenomenon, a rare spark of light in a world that too often settles for gray. And if you've made it this far, remember, if this message resonated with you, if you see the Gemini energy in yourself or someone you love, like, comment, and subscribe. Because every Gemini deserves to be seen for what they truly are: rare, radiant, and endlessly remarkable.